ex-wife scuffle. Judge Alexz continues in the case of Annette Dolan, who says her husband's ex-wife punched her in the face and gave her a bloody lip.
I asked my husband then to please go outside and again tell her that it would be best if she stayed at the swimming pool. I was not comfortable with her coming there. My husband went outside and spoke with her and came back in and said basically, well, it didn't go too well. So at that point I said, okay, I'll go talk to her.
This is the person you're telling me you have constant friction with. She's punched you in the face. She comes over to the house. You don't even want to deal with her, so you send your husband out to talk to her. And apparently he comes back and doesn't give you the answer you wanted. Okay, she got the message.
So I felt like I was protected. I was in a car.
I'm not so sure you were concerned about being protected.
Oh,
I'm
believe me,
the picture
when
of,
you hear the rest
I'll
of the
show
story,
her come to my house, that kind of thing.
That's not my modus.
So you go down the block to where this pool is. What happens when you get there?
And I pull up alongside of her, and she immediately comes to the passenger side and leans in and starts yelling at me again. And she's eating this donut, and she whips it at me into the car.
Hits you with a donut.
And she runs to the other side, and I'm thinking, oh my God, I gotta stand up or I'll be vulnerable in a sitting duck position.
You know, right about now, this is starting to sound like a scene out of Desperate Housewives.
Oh, it is. It's fun.
She runs around the side of the car. You've now been hit with a donut, so you realize normal conversation is not gonna happen here.
Right.
So what do?
Well, I was kind of thinking I'd probably pull away, but when I saw her running up, I got out of the car because I figured I could defend myself. Knowing Shirley to be violent, I could defend myself standing up rather than be sitting down.
So you got out of the safety of your car where you could have rolled up the windows, locked the door, and driven away to defend yourself.
Yes, exactly. So as soon as she came around, and the first thing I saw was her swinging. I grabbed her head, her hair, to hold her still.
What, like this, while she's going like this?
Right. And she's a strong little booger, so she was...
Seems to me you should have known that from 2001.
So she's hitting me, scratching me, she ripped my shirt off, she pulled a lot of hair out of my head. I had several bald spots. I right now have 2-inch hairs where it's growing back from the bald spots. And at that point, I don't remember because things happen so fast. I don't know whether I shoved her out of the way and got into the car to get away.
Now you're starting to realize that getting out of the car was not the brightest idea you've had.
That's correct.
The reason why she can't remember is because she lies and she can't remember her story because it's not true. She got into her car, drove up to the pool, and she was yelling out the window, and I was yelling, go away, leave me alone, go away, leave me alone. I've done everything you've asked me to do.
Where did you first see her coming? Where did you first see her coming?
I was walking along away from the corner. As she drove off the road, in my shock, I had a little tiny piece of donut left. I wish I had popped it in my mouth and swallowed it, but I threw it in the window, and it hit her. Then she got out of the car and she grabbed my hair.
Like all of a sudden you were afraid and you went, whoa, and the donut went flying in the window? Come on.
Well, she got out of the car.
Wait, don't gloss over that. You flicked the donut at her because you guys were fighting, right?
Well, she shouldn't have been up at the bus stop. She should have been home at her house.
Right. She's in your space. You're controlling the situation. She pulls up in her car. The two of you are exchanging words. You're going to show who's boss, so you flick the donut at her face.
Well, she was driving off onto the sidewalk. She shouldn't have been on the sidewalk in her car.
That wasn't an accident. You threw it at her.
I threw it in the window.
Okay. So now you've thrown the donut at her, and you're coming around the driver's side, and she gets out.
She got out of the car and grabbed and attacked me. Okay. And I defended myself. And my daughter is the one that broke up the fight.
Oh, that's just beautiful. The 9-year-old daughter has more maturity than the two of you. I'm just amazed that the two of you actually, because you're not off the hook. I mean, you went and confronted her when you had no need to go confront her. You know what she was like. You know she was angry for whatever reason.
You're right,
whether she wants him back or she doesn't want him back. Maybe she dislikes you for whatever reason. You knew where this was going to lead. You hop in your car and you drive down there and confront her. And then you want me to believe that you got out of the car because that was the safer place to be when she was coming to attack you, instead of like roll the windows up, put the car in reverse, and get out of there. I'm not buying it.
When Judge Alexz returns, is this ex-wife still trying to hold on to her ex?
Before this incident, I used to go out, drive to the driveway and ring the doorbell like a polite person, and my ex would often invite me in and have a beer.
Look,
that's something that I don't do anymore.
Go figure. You punch his wife twice in the mouth and pour coffee over her head, things change.